Hi, we just finished meeting for Monday, February 8th, pronunciation practice. And we had some good words. And um, let's see, let's start with line 3, row 3, excursion. So this had the beginning of a lot more words that had the EX beginning. So I'm going to jump down and do those and then come back. So this was the first one. Ek. When you say ek, your tongue goes in the K position, but you don't say ek. You just hold it there. So the question came up. Sometimes the dictionaries will have a G, and that's fine. It doesn't matter because you're not saying egg or ek. You're just putting your tongue in that position. So the back of the tongue is very high and touches the top of the back of the mouth. So it can also be ek, or I, because you won't hear it. It'll be because it's not stressed, so it will go by faster and shorter. So I'm going to do it both ways with ek and ik. Excursion, excursion. So it's very tiny difference. So either one is totally fine. I'm going to use ek for the E symbol for representing as in head, the vowel just to keep it consistent. So excursion. And this also brought up the zh sound. So the zh sound is the same position, the same airflow as sh. And everybody can do sh. I've never met anyone who has any trouble saying sh. So you do this, start in this position, and then turn on your voicing. Turn on the sound in your throat so you make noise. Voiceless, and then I'll point to my throat when I turn on my voice. Shh. And this requires airflow. It requires taking a deep enough breath that you can push a lot of air because your tongue is making turbulence with the airflow and resisting it. And that's what creates the zh noise. So for practice, if you have trouble with this sound, and to practice making it stronger so it will sound like zh and not sh, push a lot more air so you have consistent sound and not coming and going sound like zh. So zh, that's good practice. Excursion. And now let's go down to row 15 for some more ek sound. So in this case, excellent, the stressed syllable is ek, but we're not going to say the K. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And it can be lunt or lint. Doesn't matter because it's not stressed. It'll be short. And the noun, excuse. I have a good excuse. Excuse. It ends with an S. But on line 20, the verb has a Z. So it's pretty much the same. Excuse, but has a Z at the end. Voiced S. Z is a Z. Excuse. Excuse me. And 17, experience. Experience. 18, expectation. My hand didn't do what my voice did. Expectation. Dun, 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 dun. Expectation. Okay. This is one I always have a little trouble with. Exacerbate. Exacerbate. I put a G here because when we looked it up in the dictionary, they used a G, so I wanted to keep it the same, but same thing as before. Whether you spell it with a G or a K, your tongue's just going to that position. Exacerbate. And excuse. I think that's all the EX is. Yes, okay. And now back to row 4. Ritual. The T and the U and then, well, TUA here make a chew. Ritual. Jinx. It's just a single syllable. This is a good example of, I put here that the letter X, if it's at the end of a word, represents the sounds K and X together, like box. So your tongue stops the airflow and then releases it with an S. Box. Jinx. Reversal. Reversal. notorious, notorious, scandal, and this is ah, the vowel should have your lips back, ska, scandal. And 9 can be difficult. Oh, I wanted this to stay here. Oh, I didn't do that. There, scandal, ah, scandal. Oh, I did that. Seeing. So to make sure you're making 2 parts, if you can stop your noise and start it again. And if I'm making C, my tongue should be in the E position, very high and towards the front. So let me flip over to the vowel diagram real quickly. This is the position of the tongue in the mouth. So your tongue is towards the front and very high when you say E as in eat. So when I do this, that's what I'm representing inside my mouth. So seeing, you can stop the E sound, seeing. And then when you say ing, it goes up in the back. But it really doesn't have to be a strong break, seeing, but that's good practice. And then you can make it slide together a little smoother, and it makes a Y sound because you're going from the high position, your tongue's very high for E, and then it comes down for ying, comes down in the front and back in the high in the back. So you could think of it as seeing, seeing, as long as it has 2 parts, 2 syllables. Otherwise, it might sound like sing, which is just a single syllable. And 10, well, we have, that shouldn't be there. It's seen with an N. I have seen that movie. Or seen, a scene from a movie are spelled different, but they sound exactly the same. They sound like seen because your tongue's making an E sound. Oh, I skipped these. What? Valentine's. So make a V, top teeth on bottom lip, val, Valentine's. And I skipped presidents. The reason I put this on here is because it has a Z in it, and that can be difficult. Presidents. 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 And I put lunar on here because that's coming up with Lunar New Year, and people will see it maybe, and it looks like lunar, but we don't say R, we say So it sounds like lunar, lunar. And the stressed vowel in presidents is and the stressed vowel in lunar is just like who. Aphrodisiac. Oh, this is another good zh. We skipped this one. Aphrodisiac. 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 I'm going to put digiac. Aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac. And the stressed vowel is E, as in he. And we did excellent, excuse, experience, expectation, exacerbate, excuse. And now we're back to where we left off. Chemistry, chemistry. And 22, you can have 3 syllables, virtual, or you can make it shorter, virtual. But you have to move from the ch to the W, so you have to round your lips. Virtual. Overhauling. Overhauling. I still, I'm not sure how somebody's going to use this word, so it might make a difference. But without knowing that, I put it on ha. Overhauling. Overhauling. The pronunciation doesn't change even if you put the stress on over. Overhauling. Cupid. Cupid. And I put that little mark after the D to show that you don't have to say Cupid. You just hold your tongue in that position, in the D position. Cupid. Hold it, which is similar to stupid. Again, hold your tongue at the end. stupid. And then we talked about T's that sound like D's. So the two T's in bottle sound like a D. It should be a very quick tap. Bottle. It's a weird hard. It's hard to represent. I'm making a D, and I release it, and I go back for the L, which is made in the exact same position. Bottle. Dull. Very quick. Bottle. And if you put an of in there, you're not going to hear the V in of, which brought up the fact that most of the time, this is strange that the OF sounds like a UV of. In this case, bottle of milk will get shortened. We don't say the V and say bottle, bottle, bottle of milk. Butter, same thing. T's changed to D's. Butter. Water, same. And in this case, bottle of water. Bottle of water. So ba and wa should be longer. I never noticed they were exactly the same. Ba and wa. Bottle of water. Stick of butter changes to stick of butter. Stick of butter. And that brought up, when do you hear the V? You hear the V when the next word begins with a vowel. And so then you will keep your tongue in the, keep your lips on your bottom teeth for the V and keep making it as you start the next vowel. So United States of America. I shortened it. So United States of America. United States of America. And you can say I of America. It's totally fine. Bottle of apple juice. Bottle of apple. So vapple. Bottle of apple juice. Bottle of apple juice. Loaf of bread, because the next word after of starts with a B, a consonant, it won't connect. So we can just get rid of the V and say loaf, loaf of bread. And 34 is 3. So this, you have to go move a lot from your tongue being outside your teeth to inside your teeth and curled back for the R. 3. And don't let it touch the top. If in your language, it usually makes a r for an R. Don't let it touch. And that's even harder because you have more movement. You have to bring it down so that it has room to not touch the top of the mouth. 3. 35, very aware of my now, begins behind the top teeth and drags along the top of the mouth to make tree, tree. And more zh noises. Luxurious, luxurious. But 37 is luxury. Now it's not a zh, it's a voiceless sh. Luxury. Journal. And yep, it's just journal. Journey. Journey. Jewelry. Jewelry. Okay, that might have been confusing jumping back and forth, but I'm really sorry if you were in the group tonight and I totally skipped some of the words, lunar, aphrodisiac. So I hope this helps. Have a good evening, and I hope to see you again. Bye.